Hello,
What's
everyone.
good?
Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about Nevernight by Jay Kristoff.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so we'll just wait for people to arrive and start chatting. Oh, there's my face. Let's not watch ourselves. Oh, that's a great place to pause on my face. Piéra.
Sorry.
Keep it PG till we start talking about the smutty scenes. But yes, everybody, welcome.
PG.
Oh my god.
Nothing I do is PG. I'm sick, so you'll have to mind my constant nose blowing.
Nastiness. Nasty.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, yes, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. As you guys may or may not know, Piéra and I, if you didn't know, this is Piéra Forde, we hosted a read-along for Nevernight by Jay Kristoff.
Thought we did.
So we're going to be talking about Nevernight today, and we will be reading God's Grave
next month,
which is tomorrow for us in Australia.
Is it really? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know. Yeah, so this is going to be a lot of fun. We also have
giveaway prizes.
So we're going to do a little bit of trivia. We might like intersperse questions or do them at the end. We'll see how we're doing. But we've got some signed Nevernight bookmarks to give away, which is very exciting. So
I look real squinty. Can anyone else notice how squinty I'm like,
yes. Blind.
Really good.
I don't have my glasses on either, so I'll be about the same. Ow.
What's good?
Hello. Oh my gosh.
Why don't you just go half?
That's a great idea.
I don't know. That's what I do. I don't know what you want from me.
Yeah. I have mine. Sorry, just logistics,
Please
figuring out what we're doing.
There.
Okay, perfect. Okay, cool. So if there's anything in particular you guys would like to ask us or would like to ask everybody else who's in the live show watching to talk about, or any points of discussion?
And there probably will be spoilers at some point.
Oh yeah.
If not through most of the entire video.
I think we'll probably start out with just a general idea of what we thought of it, because for both of us, this was a reread.
Read.
How many times have you read Nevernight?
Too many. 5, 6.
Oh, I thought it would be like 8 or something.
No. Mate, I've only had it 2 years. Give me some time.
Yeah, but like with the Poppy Boy, you read it 3 times within like the first 2 weeks.
Really good. I wasn't over
it. Anyway, yeah, so do you want to tell us a little bit about your reread experience?
Well,
what's your thought of it?
I started rereading Nevernight because I was adapting it to some films. Which I'm still working on. It's hard. It's really hard. So most of the first half of my reread was more transcribing directly across. But when they got to the Red Church, I was like, I'll just stop and read it. I listened to a bit of the audiobook, which I absolutely hated. I understand that it's like told from the point of a narrator, so obviously it's not going to be Mia's voice, but the fact that it wasn't a female voice really confused me.
Yeah, the start was like,
annoyed me a little bit. Yeah. I was like, I could be Mia. I will be your audiobook narrator. Yeah, I mean, it's every time I read it, you find more things about it. And now having read God's Grave, you can find things that relate to God's Grave specifically.
Yeah, exactly. That was really, really cool.
The little tie-in bits, which I'm always like, yay, authors. Yeah, I mean, my heart broke again, as it does every time when certain things occur. But I also realized my ultimate kink is I definitely tweeted out about it when Mia and Trick are fighting in the Hall of Songs, and he punches her in the face, so she's got blood through her teeth, and she looks up at him and smiles, and she winks at him, and I was like, that's my ultimate mood. That's me in a nutshell.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
And you?
What did you rate the book? Because we have no idea what you would have rated the book.
It would have been a solid 24
out of 5.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. I mean, there are some bits that I don't love about it. I mean, obviously, the first time I ever tried to read Nevernight, I put it down twice because I couldn't get past that first couple of chapters of pompous, obnoxious narration. I hated it. But eventually I was like, okay, because it does chill out a bit. It starts very oh, gentle friends, and I'm fancy, and then it just chills out a lot. Yeah. So that's one thing that I always struggle with. I do and don't read through the footnotes. It just depends on my mood and if I can be bothered. But yeah,
cool.
That's why I always say when people are I started Nevernight, but I can't get into it. I always just say push through until she gets to the Red Church.
Yeah.
Because that's when it A, picks up, and B, the narration just chills out a bit. So happy about that.
Awesome.
Now you.
So this was my third time reading Nevernight, and this time I like fully. Oh, you can't even see that because of the. Yeah, I fully annotated and wrote notes in it. So I'm really excited to actually go back in like, I don't know, a couple of years and see what I thought. My favorite passage.
Oh, what's the favorite passage? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm not fussed on it. Like the cunt passage. I like it, but I feel like there are other things that are funnier.
I'm not saying it. Like, I'm not talking about funny or being hard hitting. I just love that she went there and put him in his place.
Fair. Okay, well, if you put
and
it
the
way,
fact
yes.
at the end that he was like, and then that was the trick that we love.
And I was like, same.
Anyway, so yes, I really did enjoy rereading Nevernight. I do at the start of it, I do quite like the narration, but I always find I read it super slow because I have to. It's really quite dense. So I always read the first part of Nevernight really, really slow. And this time I was like kind of tempted to skip the whole back and forth at the start with like the killing and the fucking. But I pushed through.
I've read that chapter so many times.
But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. Like you said, I thought it was really interesting seeing some of like the hints that were dropped that allude to things that we find out in God's grave. And there were definitely some details that I had forgotten, which I'll talk about a little bit later because spoilers. But
already.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Of course, like at least 5 stars. I can't give an exact. 24 is such an exact number.
I just spitballed. I just pulled the number out of my ass.
Yeah, fucking loved it. Fantastic.
I think it's like, is it your favorite book? It's a different kind of favorite. Like this is the book the character I relate to the most out of every character I've ever read. Favorite book? No. But favorite book, yes.
It's one of my favorite. Yeah. It's like top 3 or top 5. It's really hard to like.
Yeah, you know how books have different effects on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I love Red Rising and I love Nevernight. I love Red Rising for different reasons than I love Nevernight. Sort of thing. So I couldn't pick a favorite.
Top 3 fantasy series.
Touche. I'd say top 3, like for me, series of all time. So.
Well, I've got like 4 all-time favorites of everything. There's like The Book Thief, Nevernight, Name of the Wind, and Strange the Dreamer.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
And it's hard for me to figure out the order of them. Yeah. Anyway, okay, just a bit of a heads up. If you have not read Nevernight, we are likely to go into spoiler territory now. So just
to be fair, it's been out for like 4 years, so.
Still,
3 years.
We respect the people who
I'm
haven't read it. You're so rude. Gosh, Piéra.
I don't respect anyone.
But yeah, if you haven't read Nevernight and don't want to be spoiled, then now might be the time to leave. And you can come back and join us when you have read the book. We both do have spoiler-free reviews of Nevernight as well.
I might. I don't remember.
I'm fairly certain you do. You've definitely got a God's Grave one. Do you?
I don't know. I'm gonna check. Yeah, I'm sure I do.
I thought she put them up.
I would have.
I'm fairly certain you do.
I don't know. I think I was going through a phase where I didn't even bother with like non-spoiler reviews. I was like, this is how I feel about it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. I'm just going to start going through some of the things that you guys have talked about. Favorite scene in Nevernight?
That fight
the
scene.
One that you
fight scene at the end.
Oh, it's hard to pick like.
Yeah, the fight scene at the end. Although I did really love the first one when we meet Solace. Because I remember reading like and he hacked her arm off at the elbow.
Oh my god,
at the end,
so
and
intense.
I was like, how is it gonna go on from here? It's like, what's gonna happen next? And then obviously she got her arm back.
Yeah.
But I was just talking to Kaz before we started about Solace, and like I find it so funny that his name literally means sun, and Mia is obviously like shrouded in like the moon and darkness, and so it's like the ultimate. And there is no sun in God's grave.
Yeah.
I mean, look, there's 3, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're like the big bad. So I found that really interesting. Props to Jay.
Love it. One of my favorite scenes is probably when she's doing Solace's trial and she's fighting Jessamine in the finals, and she starts she starts goading Jessamine, being like, "So, how did you do?
Time for lunch?"
Yeah, what is it? Hold on, let me see. So, Diamo cracked an antidote, and then she's like, I wonder if Diamo would offer you the notes instead. Lucky for you, you're better with a blade. And that Chivalry's as dead as he is. It's like, you're full of shit, am I?
And then he's just
like,
dying
he doesn't have
side.
much time left, does he? And then, yeah, he's like slowly dying.
I just love it. What time is lunch?
So Brilliant. I know, yeah.
It's like, I'm hungry. It's like, can you just finish, I don't know, killing each other first?
I know. It's like at 12 bells, but now is not the time, Mia. Back to fighting, bitch.
It was good.
That was a very satisfying scene. So.
I mean, I'm also like a huge fan of the smut. Pretty much just anything with Trick in it. Trick is just my favorite bookish lover boyfriend.
Yeah.
He is just one of those people who has just the biggest heart, full of gold. He's in the wrong place because bad things happen to him. I mean, yes, he's a terrible person because he's killing innocents, but it just really fucked me up when he died.
Exactly.
Like, really fucked me up.
Fucking rude, Jay.
Hi, kitten.
How did they do the italics and footnotes in the audiobook? I didn't get that far.
Yeah, neither. I literally listened to the first like 3 pages.
Yeah, I didn't get very far.
I don't have time for this.
I love Bastard and Mia's relationship. So much sass.
That's true.
Bastard was
Bastard.
good old Bastard. She's a bastard.
She is not.
Yes.
Look at her. So it's Kaz's cat we're looking at. She's just gonna.
Hey, kitty.
I love cats. Like, I'm gonna be in the same room as you, but don't pay attention to me. Pay attention to me, but don't touch me.
She's gonna just glower at us because we're talking now. Anyway, did rereading Nevernight make you glad that Trick is back in Dark Dawn, even though... Okay, sorry. I'm not going to answer that question because spoilers for God's Grave.
Oh, I mean, obviously, like, oh, yeah, God's Grave.
Yeah, we're talking about Nevernight. Spoilers, please don't spoil God's Grave. We should read Hush Hush series for the next reading.
We are not going to be reading Hush Hush.
I read that a long time.
I read that when I was like 12 and wanted to die. Sorry, no offense.
I love the scene when we find out Mia poisons the dude. Yeah, that was my favorite. Yeah. Excluding Trick and Mia, who's your favorite character?
Mr. Kindly.
I do love Mr. Kindly, and I do like Ash because of her. She's so funny. But I'm trying to think about some of like the side characters.
Yeah, I liked Hush in Nevernight. Like I was always more interested to find out. Mouser was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Mercurio was always funny.
We just don't get much of him in.
I still don't get the hype around Cassius and Adonai. Like everyone's like, oh my god, Cassius, and then like, oh, he dies, and I was like, he was in like 3 scenes. He was a dick for those 3 scenes. I sure he's hot. He's like just the Jon Snow of Nevernight, but
yeah. Well, with Adonai, I just find him so repulsive.
Oh, amen.
Like he might be muscly and like look hot, but he's like
the vampire equivalent. I think Jay said that like Adonai is like people for who would team Edward.
Yeah.
But yeah, I nothing about it. And like I understand the way that they speak, like Adonai and Marielle, but I hated it.
Yeah.
Thy teft son,
the old English.
I was like, just get to the point. Yeah, a lot of the time I was like, can you just get, I think Mia actually says it at one point. Like, in one of the books, she's like, can you hurry up? Like, can you just get to the point?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Nave.
I do like Nave.
I know, so interesting. But also, like, when I first read it, I was confused when she was talking about herself in third person because I would think someone else was talking. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, no,
she crazy. She crazy, isn't she? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Some good-ass characters. That was something I was about to
Well, that's it. That's the Nevernight Live Show. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, fuck. Anticipation.
Yeah, I was such a fan of the smut in these books. I remember reading it for the first time, and this was really like the first like real like explicit smut that I'd read, and I was like, oh,
well,
I'm reading this in public.
Oh, well, this time around, both the smut scenes, I ended up being on public transport.
How unfortunate for you.
So I skipped them.
Oh, how unfortunate for you.
I read them back later.
Oh no,
I wasn't gonna skip them.
I would have just read them, and Jacob would have walked in and been like, "Leave." Not now.
No, I was like,
I'm busy,
crammed next to a person, so I wasn't going to be like.
That's the best part. Did you do
that? Yeah, I would definitely do that. Spider-Killer was very interesting, brutal.
Yes and no. Yeah, she was cool, but I was kind of just like, cool. Same with Ayala. Like I was like, well, Aaliyah. I read it as Ayala the whole time.
I read Alia.
Yeah.
Aalea, right?
Yeah. And then I remember when I met Jay and he's like, yeah, I think I used to say like Adonai and he was like Adonai. And I was like, and something else. And I was like, oh, I'm getting this all wrong. And then I was like, tell me Mia is right. Mia. It's Mia. 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 I liked Eclipse as well. She was sassy.
Yes, Eclipse.
Like 2 of my favorite animal species as demons. I always say demons, but it's demons. That's the A in there. I'm like, Damon's.
I know.
And I'm just like Damon Salvatore in the corner.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I'm a fan of them.
Okay, so rereading this, what were there any details that you'd forgotten about?
Most of them.
Same though. But anything particular that you were like, oh, I forgot this happened, or I remembered this differently?
No, I mean I forgot like little things, like Mia was left-handed.
Yeah.
Like especially when I'm transcribing at the moment, I'm imagining how I would do the fight scenes, but then I'm like, oh, I've got to go ahead and learn how to hold a sword from my left hand.
Yeah. Just flip the camera.
That's true. I wish it was that easy. Instead, I have to go and learn how to use my other hand completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't not much. I mean, towards the end, when like Ash was saying goodbye to Mia, and then realizing that obviously Ash's feelings for Mia, and going back through the book and seeing them all kind of littered there. I mean, it wasn't super present for me anyway. Like I didn't really see anything that was like. There's a few in there. Like obviously Ash is always goading about Mia and Trick being together, and then when she walks in on Mia and Trick, there's like that little bit of like meh. But towards the end, when Mia was like, tell Trick that I said goodbye, Ash's like heart falls and like you can see it there.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There were so many of those moments towards the end.
Yeah, but I didn't see it present throughout. Like I wouldn't have picked that throughout the whole thing until obviously it was mentioned.
Yeah. I think first time around I was like, well,
like that's just good friends.
Well, I was like, oh, it's because Ash loves Mia, and was like,
yeah, I picked it more at the end.
Oh no, that section's at the end because after Ash kisses her.
Yes.
Like with the joke of like Mia being like, I could kiss you. She's like, I thought you'd never ask.
Yeah. She's like, look at those baps. I also hate the word baps like badly.
I've never heard of them being called baps before.
Really?
This. Yeah.
I say it all the time now. Like, look at
but
that.
You hate it.
Baps. Yeah, I know. I do it ironically. Like I did YOLO ironically.
Oh,
and then I just started saying it.
That's exactly what happened to me.
Daddy, isn't that the one?
Stop!
I said daddy ironically, and now I can't stop.
She now uses it to
daddy.
Anyway, oh fuck! I just got. Where was goat loving, mule sucking, pig fucking son of a bitch?
What?
Sorry,
is that Ash?
Yeah,
amazing.
That's Hush. It's a pastor in
oh right, yeah, I liked that one.
Yeah,
I liked that one. I knew Hush was going to be like more of a important thing.
Yeah, there's a couple of things that I completely forgot about. I forgot who killed Lottie. When I was reading it, I was like, okay, I know she dies, and I'm like, it's either Ash or Hush, and I forgot which one. And I think that's because earlier on when Hush gives her the notebook, he doesn't deny that he didn't kill her.
Oh, right.
Because Mia's like, did you do it? And it's like, yeah. So I was like, oh, it alludes to Hush, and then it turns out Ash did. So I couldn't remember who actually did it. And then I forgot about the whole torture trial until it was happening. I forgot that happened.
Oh, with Cassius?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Cassius's torture trial when they captured them in God's grave.
I forgot about the masquerade a lot. Like, that was just like a nothing scene to me. Like, it was cute, but I was also just like,
yeah.
Whatever. Oh, you just said something that reminded me of another thing. No, I don't remember.
There was something else that I
hate the name Jonan. I don't know why, but I was like, this is a terrible name. Jonan.
Okay. I had the smut scenes playing in my car whilst on my commute to work. Didn't realize how loud my volume was. As I was parking my CEO, walked past the car staring. That is very awkward.
She took him in her mouth. I'm just kidding. Oh, what was it? It was on the tip of my tongue again. Oh, towards the end, it's like when with Mia and Trick, Ash and Trick, when Ash is about to off my baby. The sentence where it's like,
it's one of the blue, dark blue. Those are the sad bits.
Oh. Yeah, okay. Wow, you nailed it. No, that's Mia. Okay, sorry. Another sad bit. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So when he was like, Trick says to Ash, like, Mia had the best reason of all of us to be here.
Yeah.
And then Ash is like, almost. And then you realize, and I'm like, my heart. Yeah.
No.
And I love that she calls him Tricky all the time.
Yeah.
I would 100% call him Tricky.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I think that's great.
I would.
That's a great name. Like, even though Jay explains the naming process of Trick, I think that was just a great name. I mean, obviously, I named my bird after it, but
yeah,
that's just a great name.
I do really like it as well.
Yeah.
So many purple passages. I'm like,
what are purple?
Bits I love or bits that made me laugh.
Oh, yeah. I laughed a lot.
I laughed a lot. Like the bit when she throws Fat Daniel's Widowmaker, the jar of
Kraken with
chili.
chili?
Yeah, she killed Kraken, or at least get it off with a jar of chili. That was fucking hilarious.
I like the fact that they just like to scare them off. They literally play like a xylophone.
I know.
With like thongs. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Oh my god. What? I'm just imagining that scene as a film. Like it'd be so like
Mad Max.
Mad Maxy. Exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say. But
okay, I'll write that in.
Yes.
I'll write that into my notes.
Yes.
The film.
Mad Max.
Mad Max.
Just Mia just like holding onto the thing and just like off the end.
Oh, right, yeah.
Rather than standing there, just be like have it dangling from things. And...
I also really liked the fight under, I forget what it's called, when they get to the Red Church and they're like under that spell.
Oh, the It
has a name, but when Mia and Trick are fighting, but they're also like, you know, getting into it with each other.
I also tapped that, but I can't remember which one it was.
I just found that really funny.
Discord,
yeah. Ooh, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, like they were fighting and he had a boner. And I just thought
it was like she could imagine like ripping him to shreds whilst straddling him and
same.
Yeah.
Same.
Love it. Okay. I think whilst I'm thinking of something else that I wanted to say that I can't remember, I might do a couple of the trivia questions.
Yay.
So the dealio, I'll do 3 questions at the moment. So we're going to ask a question and the first person to answer correctly will win
in the comments.
These. Yeah, in the
comments.
I also need to...
And mind you, these questions aren't easy because I went ham. And I expect everyone to be as much of a fan as I am. Does your friend have a YouTube? No.
Piéra Forde.
No, she doesn't have a YouTube. She's not a YouTuber.
She does.
She doesn't.
Oh my god, Piéra. Sorry, I'm just going to quickly...
What are you doing?
I'm pulling this up so I can write down the winners' names so I can contact them.
Okay, right.
Or at least announce them. I don't think it's easy to contact people through YouTube anymore. So if I tell you that you are the winner, please DM me on Twitter or Instagram or Goodreads or something. Just let me know where you're gonna private message on Goodreads.
I don't even use Goodreads anymore. So
anyway,
sorry.
Yeah. So if you end up winning, I'll let you know, and please send us a private message. Just let me know where you're going to contact me, so then I can get your address and then send you one of the signed postcards. Postcards.
Postcards. It's a bookmark.
Bookmark. Oh my god, we both said it so wrong.
What did I say?
You said book plate.
Oh, closer than you.
Postcards. Wow.
Anyway,
okay.
question number 1.
Anyway, where is the Red Church located?
Oh, that's the music I feel like Oompa Loompas. I want the exact coordinates, including latitude and longitude.
Does no one know? Or is there a lag?
Or is everyone reaching for their copies now?
Maybe. Or quickly Googling, just trying to figure it out. That's all right. You can cheat.
I want to be like super... Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
We have a winner.
Caitlin, we have a winner. Yes, it's in the Ashkar Desert?
Ashkar Desert?
Yeah, in Ashkar.
But tell me about where it really is. Just kidding. It's in like the finger. I think it's called the finger.
The Quiet Mountain?
Yeah, but it's like the finger. I don't know. The mountain has a name, but yes. Yes, correct. You have won. Good job.
Well done. You have won a signed bookmark. It's a bookmark, not a postcard or a book plate.
I mean, you could stick it in your book. You could also probably use it as a postcard.
Yeah. So yeah, just let me know where you're gonna send me a DM or a message, and I'll grab your address and send you one.
Sick goodies.
Awesome. Okay. The next question is in the most average mountain. Yes.
Yeah.
What are the 4 classes taught in the Red Church?
Ding dum ding dum ding dum ding dum ding dum ding dum ding dum. Oh, there must be a lag.
I think there is a lag. We're just waiting a couple of minutes before the stream.
Wait. Oompa loompa doopa dee dee. Another beautiful.
Truths, masks, songs, pockets.
Ding ding
Ding ding ding ding ding.
Wiener number 2.
Wiener. Did you say?
Yeah, we have a wiener.
We have a wiener. Well done, Emmy Pritchard. Pritchard? Sorry if I mispronounced that. But you have won a signed bookmark. Congratulations. Please let me know where you will send me a message, and I look forward to getting your address.
Wonderful.
Yes.
That's great.
I know. I
look
realized
forward to finding out where you live.
Yes.
Okay, question number dos.
What are the names of R's 3 daughters?
That's the only like waiting scenario. The names of R's 3 daughters. Bonus points if you can tell me what they are the goddess of.
That too.
I mean, you're not going to win anything extra. It's still just going to be the book plate.
Would like to know if you know.
Just for me. Just for
Bookmark. You said book plate.
But
again.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would I be saying book plate?
I don't know, Piéra.
Bookmark.
Goodness.
You're so beautiful.
R's 3 daughters. Love the lag. Sana, Trelane, and
Yes.
Jeff. Congratulations! All things fandom, you have won a signed bookmark. Amazing! Congratulations. Please let me know where you'll send me a message as well. And read book. Book is good. Thank you, book. Yes. Yes. So please let me know where you'll send me a message or private message or whatever, so I can grab your mailing details. But yeah, congratulations to our first 3 winners. We do still have another 3 bookmarks up for grabs, which we'll probably give away in another half an hour or so, 20 minutes, half an hour. Depends how we're going with thinking of things to say.
Yeah, it's hard when like you haven't just read it and it's not like I mean, it hasn't just come out. Like I read it years ago.
Yeah.
But it's also that I've read the other book as well. So you can't just
Twitter. Thank you.
You can't only think of Nevernight because sometimes I'm thinking, but then I'm like, I haven't think God's Grave.
Yeah, I mean that's true as well.
I struggle with that.
Actually, I find the book of Nevernight and God's Grave are so different. I don't have too much of an issue. Plus, I've only read God's Grave once, and I've read this.
I think I've read God's Grave twice. So I definitely know more about this than God's Grave.
Same.
Maybe I'll read it again. I mean, I've got to read it again.
You have to.
Got to read it again.
So read along next month.
I forget about that.
Anyway, since our last question was talking about the Hall of Songs, maybe we can have a bit of a chat about that. What we liked about the different classes and stuff like that. Because I found them super.
I found pockets really stupid.
Like
it's just stealing.
Well, I feel like that's one of the ones where we didn't get much
on it.
Like we didn't like see much.
The end.
Yeah, exactly. Like it was talking about how they learned to pick each other's pockets, and that's probably like the only scene.
And Jessamine kissing a mouse was like super weird.
Oh, that was very weird.
I'd be like super mad if I was in a class and that happened. Like one of the students just like kissed my teacher. I'd be like, oh, that's gross. Yeah, like I don't need an A that bad.
I know. That was a little weird, but also so I feel like that one we didn't see as much as the other ones, but I was really I wish we also got more information about the Mosques song, Alia.
I feel like we got a lot about that though.
No, but I wanted to know some of the techniques that she was talking about.
I'm curious about like
I wanted to know. Yeah, because like obviously we see a lot of the stuff like when they're going into God's grave.
Right, when they're putting it to use, but we don't see like because there's that weird moment where I think someone asks Trick if like Alia had been teaching him things, and I was like, I can't imagine them like.
Oh, well, Mia asked him, like, where did you learn that? Because he gave her a head.
Because he gave her head. Yes, gave her brain. Yeah,
no,
essentially. But yeah, like just the thought of the students like getting jiggy with Alia was just weird for me. But then I was like, I'm pretty sure she like brought people in. I feel like
individually, and
didn't she like bring in like
oh yeah, that's what I thought so because it wasn't actually her that like demonstrated.
I think she got people in.
But
so I was like,
I wanted to know like because not obviously it wasn't just about
doing the do.
Those
also
techniques,
just
there was
like
other things as well, like flotation and.
Can't relate. Yeah, I want to know what the secret was that Ash found.
Yes, I wanted to know, like, because we get a little bit of an insight into some of the secrets that Mia tells her. It was like,
do we?
Yeah, we did. One of them was like the Justicus sired a bastard son with someone, and then
I don't remember that.
yeah, I definitely
Been really paying attention. But yeah, like I want to know what that big
and then
secret
she said
was.
one of the other ones was that there was like an uproar because he enlisted his 7-year-old son into the Illuminati.
Where have I been? Do you say Illuminati?
I don't know how to pronounce them.
I say Illuminati just because Illuminati. Illuminati, yeah. Illuminati. Illuminati.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce those ones.
Because I know sometimes like when you have a double I, it's like
yeah.
EI.
Yeah.
It would be trippy if Ash's secret was like my brother and I are gonna break into the Red Church and kill everyone.
I was wondering if that would be as well.
I know. I was like, oh, that would
well.
have been the sick reveal.
Yeah.
Alas, it was not.
Yeah, so I was I'm not going to be able to find it at the moment.
And
but I was wondering about the secrets. Yeah.
I'm super displeased at how like seemingly easy it was for them to break in and capture all of the people at the Red Church. Like, aren't these trained assassins? Like, I don't care if you're the army.
I was surprised that Spider Killer didn't pick up that the meal might have been poisoned.
Yeah, right?
Like, you'd think she'd know.
Yeah. And I'm interested. Like,
because I mean, all of that was kind of glossed over. We didn't actually see it happening and how it went down, how they got captured. Yeah. So
I'm always like, I always thought there would be more information about Trick's nose. Like, I thought that would be like alluded. Like, it was just, he just had a really good sense of smell. There was no like magic or traded his soul, or the Dwemer people are really good with their nose. It was just, he just happened to have a really good sense of smell.
Maybe it's a case that the Dwemer potentially do because Spider Killer is Dwemer.
Yeah.
But it's never really mentioned or gone into any detail about it.
His sense of smell was great.
Yeah, exactly.
I think, but I liked, that's like a funny quirk that was in it. And it was like brought back. Like it's obviously mentioned at the very beginning when we meet Trick.
Oh yeah, because Mia has her cloak shadow, but he's able to tell she's there.
Yeah, and then during the test with the gas.
Yes, and he just like pops his head out.
Like, what are you guys doing?
And they're just like, oh, fuck, you won. Yeah. That was quite amusing.
I love Trick. I loved his sense of humor, which is why, God, that's a God's great conversation. But yeah, I loved Trick's like sense of humor and the banter they had. That was like one of my favorite things. Oh, my son.
Yes.
Oh, my son.
There were some other like tiny little things talking about the Red Church, which I'm super interested about. Like it's mysterious, like how there's just the choir song constantly going, like kind of magical elements.
Who is singing?
Yeah,
who is singing the whole time?
And
Have
also
they employed a choir.
And also when Ash is oh my God, Ash is that annoying classmate that you would have had in high school. Like everyone's told to be quiet and she'd be whispering in your ear, then you both get in trouble.
Yeah. Oh,
very annoying. But all
me.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
But when they both get told to like run laps on the stairs,
so funny.
And then it was like Mia would every time she was told to run these stairs, she'd count them throughout her stay, and it'd always be a different number of stairs.
Oh yeah, very Hogwarts.
Yeah,
very Hogwarts.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, very magical, very mysterious. Yeah. So I liked that, and I liked that it wasn't really explained. It was just a little quirk about the Red Church that was kind of like.
But that makes me even more confused as to how easy it was for the Illuminati to break in. Like, do they not have like a secret doorway that they could just disappear into? I don't know. They were like these revered assassins that are so great, but it takes a girl and her brother and some magic in a food dish and like especially Cassius. Why was he that easy to capture? Lord of Blades with Eclipse, and he was just like, no, look at me. I also want to know, where did Cassius go? I'd like a backstory on Cassius. Like I would very much. I'd read like a novella on Cassius's life story, but I also don't care about him enough to want to. I don't see the hype.
I mean, we don't see enough of him for me to be like, oh yes, Cassius. Like I was really upset that he died, but it was mostly because like he
wanted more.
No,
dark and
stop interrupting. Sorry, but yes, but like he was like he would have had a lot of answers. Like not all of them because he Eclipse said
answers. Yeah.
Oh my God! Stop interrupting me.
Excited.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Sorry. Thank me.
You talk.
Go ahead. No, please.
No, I've got nothing else. You keep saying.
You're so correct. I'm just gonna listen to you. I love when you speak. Go ahead.
You love when I speak the way you interrupt me. You've said everything I was going to say.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't have anything else to say. You said it all.
Oh. Well, that was the Nevernight read-along live show.
The library. Oh, the chronicler was super interesting.
The little library dude. I love it says he's like bent like a question mark.
Yes.
And there's like that video of this old guy walking his dash hound, and he takes like 2 steps every second, and the dash hound it's heartbreaking.
So sweet.
But that's what I imagine him looking like. Just like he's like super bent over.
Yeah.
The bookworms. What do you imagine they look like? Just giant. It reminds
flaccid.
Me of, with teeth. It reminded me of the worm from the mitten guard worm from Akamas.
Oh yes.
Akatar.
Yeah, when I read Akatar, I was like, that's kind of what it reminded me of.
Yeah, just a giant, kind of like a naked mole rat, but without like.
But they had like multiple heads, didn't they?
Did they?
That's what I thought they said.
I just imagine them as giant worms.
That's what I imagined them as, and then when I read it being like multiple heads, I was like, wait, what?
Ooh,
Where have they been? Some of the books. Okay, in the library part. Let me just get to bookworms. Bookworm.
Yeah.
Bookworm.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. We are cute. Thank
Impression
you.
of a long serpentine shape, dozens of blunt, brutish heads lined with teeth.
Oh, that's not at all what I imagined. I just imagined
I
the one gaping maw with like the rows of teeth.
Yeah, that's what I kind of pictured. But
alas, I think Jay also posted a photo at one point, and that's what it looked like. It only had one head. So many moons ago. I don't know if you'll find it. Yeah, I don't know if you'll ever find it.
I find that very amusing. And also the part where Chronicler was saying sometimes the things in books come out if the book feels threatened, and that felt like super library restricted section to me.
Oh, right. I was like, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
What?
Things in the books don't always want to stay inside.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, hold up. I missed all of this.
So that felt like really restricted section to me.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. I like the restricted section.
I'm annoyed. Like, I know it's only book 1, and obviously we get answers throughout the rest of the series about, like, there's so little about what Darken actually are. And I'm just like,
such a mystery.
Surely somebody, and like, it annoyed me that Cassius is like, oh, well, I guess I've got these powers. Not going to worry about finding out why or how.
Yeah.
He just had them. That's what, like, yeah, that's why I didn't. Cassius had no redeeming qualities. He didn't do anything to be like, to make me be like, oh,
he was kind of pops up, then disappears, and then you're just like,
pops up, is all sexy, has a wolf, doesn't help with Mia, and then dies. And then it's like, please help me. And she's like, you should have told me.
Oh my god, that at the end, her last words to him was like, you didn't tell me anything.
And, yeah, same. I would have just slapped him across the head. Don't you die. I know nothing. Yeah, I would have just been so mad. And I mean, we obviously have something similar happen in God's Grave, which obviously I'm not going to talk about, but it just annoyed me. I was like, can someone just give her some sort of answer? It's these grown-ass men knowing nothing.
Yeah.
And it annoyed the world of me. Me of the world. Me of the world.
I mean, yeah, I don't like when, like, potential, well, that's kind of like what I was annoyed about with City of Flies.
Yeah.
Like, when you're about to have answers, and then
someone's like, interruption.
Yeah.
Or they're just like, I could tell you, but I won't. I think the Chronicler did that at one point. He's like, I could give you answers, but you're better off finding them yourself. I would have been like, tell me.
Yeah.
Tell me. I don't have time for this. Like, especially when something horrible happens, and I'm like, see, you could have told me, and we could have prevented all of this. But,
yeah.
Alas, no such luck. I didn't care about Osric that much.
We don't see enough of him to really care about him, to be honest.
Didn't care about him. Didn't really care about Lottie either.
We have, like, I mean, yeah. I really liked Lottie, and I was really hoping that they'd, like, her and Mia would become really close friends. Like, there was a potential for it, but then she has to go and get killed.
I liked Mia confronting Solace. She was like, you! And Ash is like, Mia. And Trick's like, and then Mia's like, fucking! And Trick's like, Mia!
I remember that. When did that happen?
So good. When they, like, accuse her of, when Solace is like, you probably killed her. You know.
Oh,
blah,
yes.
blah, blah.
Oh, my God. Mr. Kind's like, don't do it. Oh, don't do it!
It's like, I can just see her, like, building as Mia and Ash, Trick and Mia are like, Ash, Mia. There's so many names. And she's like, hold me back. I'm like,
she huffed and she puffed and she blew.
Yeah. Trick.
Solace away.
Sorry. I got
that too, though. That too.
Also, 10 out of 10 for bisexual representation throughout this whole thing. Not so much in this one, but
yeah, there's like little hints dropped.
Ash was obviously mentioned as,
but also the fact that obviously, like,
Mia does
Alia, the Shahid of Mosques.
Shahid, that's how you say it. I always went Saeed or something, because I think I watched a movie before I read Nevernight, and
see, all of these words are
they even real words?
Well, I think they're probably just like tweaking pre-existing.
Yeah, because there's a word that it's in God's Grave. You know, it's not really a spoiler, but there's that one game that they do with the twins do. They're like like chariot race.
Yeah,
I was convinced that was a real word, And I was like, yeah, you know what they used to do in ancient Rome? And,
Oh,
so I
that's so
Googled
funny.
it, and it's not a real word. And I was like,
There were actually quite a lot of times where a word came up. I was like, I don't know what this means. So I tried to look it up.
It's not a real word.
It's not a real word.
Yep. It's like a play on a real word, which is
anyway,
super annoying.
As I was saying, when one of the the first couple of instances that we see Mia with Alia, and like obviously Alia's working her magic, seducing her, like maybe not necessarily like romantically, but Mia like blushes, and then Alia's like, honey, you need to work on that. Yeah. So she's like actually like physically affected by.
Also, 10 out of 10 for Mia paying for sex for the first time. Just to be
That's really interesting.
Just wanting to get over it.
Yeah.
Power to the people. It wasn't this like and that's the other thing I loved. Multiple relationships. Like she didn't just bone the first guy and then fall in love with him, and her whole life was changed. Like it was she literally paid for sex and then was like, well, that's it. And then when Ash is like, you didn't really, Aaliyah, one of them's like, and you didn't really see the big deal about it, and she's like,
oh yeah, it was Ash, and it was just like, just you wait, it gets better.
Yeah. And then it does. She experiences it. And like 10 out of 10 for her confidence to be like, I'm gonna go down on track. Have you ever done this before?
No, nobody did.
Do you know what you're doing?
Nope.
It's pretty funny. Yeah.
Yes.
That's all.
Yes.
But yeah, I really struggle with like name pronunciation and stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
I hear it differently, and I'm just like, that doesn't compute in my head. You're wrong. How do you say Ashlynn's last name?
Jarnheim.
Okay, yeah. What else? Atreya,
yeah. Atreya, yeah.
There's a few in there that I'm like, yeah.
Dwayne Mary.
Shahid was one. Say it again.
Shahid.
I always thought the H. Liss, yeah.
It also took me forever to realize that that was the city of God's grave in the map. I was always like, where exactly is it? That's the city of God's grave.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and also when you look at
that makes so much
he
more
fell
sense
here. It's that's where the bit is. So he like
it broke off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's like a moon.
Yeah. There's like it's such a big world that I have so many more questions about it.
Yeah, but also this would be like this wouldn't be the entire globe. This would be like couple of continents, one continent or two. So I'm like, what about the rest of the world? Tell me more.
Yep.
Which cover do you prefer, the US or the UK Australian?
These ones.
I love them both for different reasons.
I love when you like pull it out and it's like the full. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it because it's a bird.
The Barbie. Yeah, it's pretty. Like, I really like the illustration style of this. And how like
cosplay.
Oh yeah, it definitely is good for cosplay. And I love how dramatic it looks, like the whole.
And you notice how her shadow gets darker.
Yeah.
You notice.
So cool.
And yes, I agree.
But I love the like I love these illustrations.
Yeah, and the fact that there are like things
so
inside
detailed.
It.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why I really like the Dark Dawn one, because in her shadow wings there's all like the slits and
it's like, I haven't revealed that yet.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The US one, yeah.
The US one, yeah. But I also agree, Heidi, that like I say Corvair or Corvair.
I said I originally
Corvere, which is how you would say it in like Italian would say it.
I originally said Corvair, and then I heard someone say Corvair, so I was like,
I say Corvair or Corvair.
It's interchangeable
either
on the day.
But I don't hear Corvere.
I've never heard Jay say that either.
No, but I think when he mentioned that when he was in Italy and the Italian readers were coming up to him and saying it's Corvere, because it would be.
Yeah.
Same as my last name would be Forde.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, just Forde. Which still kills me when I hear people say Piéra Forde. It's like, nah! So it's not going to help if I ever change my last name to Corvair. Corvere. It's still the same. But yeah, that's like one of the only things that like really grinds my gears. And people are like, Corvere. I was like, no! It just, when people are like Selena or Selena or Aileen. I know it's like completely different. It's like the other series. It just like, for some reason, Manon is the other one. Manon. Yeah, it just kills me. Anyway, I jumped on us when I had Dark This Gets because it's like Antichrist. Oh. There's not really much. No? I don't know how to explain that one. It's not overly religious.
Well, and like the religious thing, it's like, it's kind of more like Roman with like the multiple gods for different elements. Like, it's not like the one omniscient.
And like you can, Like Naya isn't the devil.
No.
She's literally just...
There's just like beef with the gods.
Yeah.
Between gods. Like,
and even
like
that
in
gods
Greek
are
and
like the
Roman.
elements.
Yeah.
So it's not even really like a person or anything.
Yeah.
So I don't...
I
Take it out every time they say
she
yep.
just said it. Yep. Yep.
I do anyways a lot. Especially my vlogs.
I'm
like,
Kaz Brecker.
Anyways. You are. The Mia Corvair pronunciation is
Mia Corvair.
I
think it's got more of a ring to it, but I like on its own. I like Corvair, but I automatically went with Mia Corvair because it just kind of like there was more of a ring to it.
Mia Corvair. Yeah, I say Corvair mostly.
Okay, I think it's time to do some more.
Another giveaway. Drop the bass. I hate myself a lot.
Yeah, so we've got 3 more trivia questions and 3 more bookmarks.
Can I do them?
Away? Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Let's play ball. The first one's pretty easy. If you don't get it, I'll be pretty upset. What was Mia's kitten's name? That in the hand. Okay. Yeah, tell me what Mia's kitten's name was. Bonus points if you can tell me what he looked like. I forget what he looks like. I'm pretty sure I know what he looks like.
I'm pretty sure I know what it is as well, but
I also love when Trix says Trailene's heaving fun bags. Yes! Did you just swear by a god's tits?
Sad. Kitten.
Sad. Nope.
One of the sad ones, I'm pretty sure.
Wow, apparently not.
Oh.
Wow.
I might have just written it in the side though.
Your name. I also hate the name Mr. Kindly.
Captain Puddlefull.
Is it
Puddlefull's? Puddles. Neve.
Is it Neve?
Yeah.
Is that the pronunciation for that one?
Neve.
Yeah.
Congratulations! Captain Puddles is correct. Please let me know where you will be sending a DM so we can figure out where to send the bookmark to.
Hit me with your DM. Why don't you hit me with your DM? Also, I don't like the name Mr. Kindly. Like, I don't like things being called Mr. or Mrs. And for some reason, Kindly just annoyed me. But
like, it's very childish, but it makes sense because she was so young when it happened.
Mr.
I just like that it's different.
Can I also just say it's super weird to think about if he's ever present and he has, like, the voice of an old man, that she's, like, doing some kinky shit. And then there's just this male cat. Like, they talk about it a few times when Mr. Kindly's, like, making fun of, like, her boning trick or
but I think he like has a respect to like leave.
Yeah, I know. Where does he go?
I think he removes himself from the equation.
So that's funny. But yeah, it was Captain Puddles. So
on Twitter, awesome. Thank you. How many hours a week do you guys spend reading on average?
Lots. More than I spend doing literally anything else except sleeping. I spend a lot of time sleeping.
I do as well. Well,
depends on the week. Depends what I'm reading.
If I'm really good at reading on my commute to work, it's like that's 2 hours a day, like between 1 and 2 hours a day that I will spend reading. I'm often to like I'll probably read when I get home for half an hour and fall asleep.
Oh really? Mine changes. I go deep dive and I will read for like 6 to 7 hours to read a whole book. But then yeah, otherwise I'll just do.
Yes, the bookmarks are international giveaways.
You're welcome. Woo! Okay, question number 2. Question number 2. Tell me how Solace got his nickname. The nickname is the last one, for those of you who forget.
But Solace also means that, doesn't it?
Solace means son.
I thought it said Solace means last one.
Isn't Solace his name?
Yeah, but he wasn't called Solace beforehand.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, whatever.
Soul one.
Solace means the last one. Okay, well, whatever. Just tell me how he got the name. Please.
Yes.
Yes. Ooh, we have 2 in.
It's the first one.
The first one is not getting lost in the grocery store. It is, in fact, the slaughter of the Philosopher's Stone. The Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah. Well, they both didn't call it the Descent, so
it's called the Descent. So,
Lost in
Libraries.
Libraries. Congratulations! Let me know where you will send me a message so I can look out for that. Well done.
Question numero 3. Do I need? How many questions do I have left?
One more.
Oh no!
One
which
more.
one am I going to pick? Oh, there are so many questions.
I like the Mouser one.
I do
or
too.
the Hush one.
The Hush one was obvious though. I also kind of like the last one. I'll go with Mouser. What does Mouser like to wear? Tell me what he likes to wear. in his spare time, or just in general. I think he just wears it
I think so.
for funsies. Yeah.
Also, if you did miss out on any of the bookmarks in this live show, we will be doing more in the God's Grave live show. We do have some more bookmarks.
Yeah.
Instagram, thanks, Lost in Libraries.
Address, no.
Oh yeah, I think if you are going to message me on Twitter, I will change my privacy settings so you can actually DM me. I'll do that. I keep forgetting.
Right.
I've got
Tell
it. So,
me what Mouser likes to wear.
Lingerie.
10 points, Heidi.
Well done.
Women's undergarments.
Love it. Yeah, let me know where you will send me a message. Heidi, congratulations. He likes to wear women's underthings.
Under things.
Love it.
Yeah.
He's an interesting character because doesn't he have like 7 wives?
I thought he had 1 wife.
Who had 7
girlfriends?
Something along those lines.
He
anyway.
was weird. He was super strange.
Super strange. But I'm also like, if you're like a permanent teacher in the Red Church, how do you have time to go back to like 8 different people?
Yeah, where do your wives live?
Oh.
Unless they were all hands. Hey. Yeah.
Good hands indeed. He got lots of hands. They're good at their job.
Pockets. Yeah. Okay, yeah. What else? But what else? Swan Princess reference. Did you ever watch the Swan Princess?
Yeah. What? Yes.
Odette.
Yes.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
But what else? Anyways. Yeah, do you guys have any questions for us before we round it up?
Yeah, or anything in particular that you want to chat about?
Mention. Who will be joining us for God's Grave next month?
Yes.
Then God's Grave live show will be on my channel next month.
Yes, it'll be on Piéra's channel, and we will let you guys know what time. It'll probably be about the same time, I'm guessing.
Yeah. But we won't be together. We'll be doing separately.
Yeah, we'll be doing separately.
Unless you want to come to Brisbane next month.
Yeah. Think I can.
My biggest pet peeve that isn't book related. What? Like life? That's such a broad question. Do you have the yellow sign?
The yellow sign.
I don't know what the yellow sign is. Oh, there are so many questions. Who would you fan cast for a Nevernight movie? Me. As me.
Piéra.
Me as me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate fan casting because
I do as well.
Yeah. I can like show you what I imagine they look like from like other actors and models that I've seen, but I will always want an actor who knows the heart of the character more than like a famous person who looks good. Books for October. Like
we'll be reading God's Grave in October.
Yeah.
And I'm also reading
God's
Muse
Grave.
of Nightmares in October. Will that be long?
I think
And Vicious.
Yeah, I'm gonna start
You've
with
already-
Priory of the Orange Tree. And then I started rereading Air of Fire because I was planning to reread them all, but I just decided I don't care enough. So I'll just wait until Kingdom of Ash and just read that.
Yeah. Not Nevernight related, but have you read City of Lies yet? Yes.
We are literally about to talk about that at 12 o'clock on my channel for our live show. So tune in at Piéra Forde. Oh, it's not even an ad. My name. Have you listened to the audiobook for Nevernight? Started, hated it.
Didn't like it.
Didn't
Didn't gel with it.
No one looks right either. I thought you meant of us. I was like,
I thought that as well.
So
It's
offensive. Yeah, that's the other thing. I haven't really found anyone. There's the guy. Okay, he's literally the only guy that I've seen who has dreadlocks. Is that guy from he was in Glee when he had dreadlocks many moons ago. I don't know his name, but he's like the only one that I imagine Trick. But he's like a whiter version of Trick, so I wouldn't want him to be white. I imagine him. Yeah, I imagine Ash to look similar to like Lagatha or like that sort of Viking theme. Yeah, but I mean, I don't really have anyone else. What are we currently reading? I just finished Vengeful, and I'm about to start Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon.
I'm reading Vicious and Strange the Dreamer and Twilight. It's actually killing me. I'm doing it for like rereading my favorite books video, Twilight, seeing if it stood the test of time. Spoiler alert, it has not.
Have you read Misery? No. I
haven't even heard.
I don't know what that is. I'm thirsty to read Priory. I love when people say thirsty. I'm thirsty for Priory. I love the audiobook. Tried to do the audiobook.
I mean, I'm probably going to give it another go at some stage, but I just really didn't gel with the narrator at the start, so I think it might take me a little while to get into it. But
the first thing that I heard was the sample on Audible, and he's like, She lost it then, scratching, screaming. And I was like, what? Nah. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Fun question for funsies, but you don't win anything because we don't have anything to win. But I just want to see if anyone gets it. Extra trivia. How many acolytes came back from Cassius's torture trial? I just want to know if anybody else knows it. Just for funsies.
You didn't know it.
Yeah, I know, but I want to know if anyone else knows it. And you will not win anything. It's just purely just to see who's paying attention. Loompa, loompa. We're like literally polar opposites. You're blonde with blue eyes, and I'm dark. Both. Dark eyes. 12,
You're
15.
Mia, I'm Ash.
Cute.
No.
No,
not quite.
See, right? I said between 6 and 8, and I was very incorrect. So, 15 is the closest we have, the closest guess. So more than 15. Oh, okay, we don't need to get that specific.
Not quite.
No,
Quite.
almost so close. Between 15 and 18. Gives you 2 numbers. It was 17. I'm bored. I don't want to wait anymore.
God, you're so impatient.
16, 19. Oh my God, you guys.
There's a lag, Piéra. Stop judging them.
I can't. I get grumpy. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I know. It was 17. You're correct. Cool. Well, is that it for us?
Epic. I think so. I think
That's
we're
it
going
for
to
us.
wrap this up so we can get breakfast and then prepare ourselves for our next live show.
Yeah, we're doing City of Lies by Sam Hawke on my channel at 12 if you have the desire to tune in.
But yeah, so I guess that's all that we have for this live show. Thank you guys so much for coming. I hope you guys are excited to jump into God's Grave and also join us for that live show so we can talk more spoilery goodness and
give you more free shit.
More free shit. And next for the God's Grave, just an FYI, in addition to the bookmarks, we have one of the Goldsboro blue stained edge copies of God's Grave signed,
like super rare,
to give away. So just an FYI, there's going to be like a big trivia question, one really hard one.
Really hard. I'm going to go ham and I'm going to deep dive. I might even ask Jay.
Yeah, good idea actually. Yeah. But yeah, we're going to be giving away a copy of that in addition to the bookmarks. So you'll definitely want to be there for that. That's going to be on, I think it's October 30th.
On my channel.
On your channel.
Yes.
Or 29th. 28th? Fuck.
We'll let you know.
28th.
Pay attention to our social media.
I don't know dates. Anyway, last Saturday/Sunday in October.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed this live show. We'll see you guys next month.
Bye.
Bye.
We just keep